Hi guys, Scott here from Outlaw Garage. Just a short video with the RWB today as we've had a few minor upgrades. So we've changed the air intake, octane air intake. It's a carbon fibre unit. Look at that. That makes the old SC engine bay look a lot better. Now it comes with glue and
3M tape.
And what Matt has actually done, I think we might be able to see there at the bottom there, it's got a little pop rivet in as well as the glue, just so that the bracket stays on. But now, like with the old one that is just over there, the old one, it would move, but that is now on tight and it has the intake all down there. But that looks great. We'll turn the car on in a minute just to see if it sounds any different, and I don't know if we'll be able to pick that up.
I did have to adjust the idle a little bit.
Oh, so this is where we compete on adjusting the idle.
Yeah.
Did you have to adjust the fuel mixture?
No, I have. I've got it all hot. Well, fuel mixture is only regulated by the flap under there.
Yeah.
So it's only the flap that regulates the air.
I was just unsure with the change in that if it would, and I'd read some reviews online where they said, hey, you might have to, you might not, and it's why I didn't do it. I mean, to be fair, you've riveted it rather than me 3M'ing it, so that's probably better.
It is.
But that, with the air conditioner removed, the heater removed, and then the air intake changed there, it's actually starting to look like a half decent engine bay. We've got a little bit of painting to kind of do from the whole RWB build, but it's actually looking really nice. So it's a little bit cold at the minute. We'll have to see what it sounds like when we're actually on the road.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Yeah. There is the old, let's call it crappy plasticky one. And there is the carbon fibre one. It's a massive difference. I'm really impressed by that. That looks cracking. We thought we'd fixed the issue with the engine lid opening, and we changed the clip up there, but now we've changed it down here as well, and that is actually a lot tighter and it comes across a fair bit more as well. So hopefully the test will be driving home, and if it hasn't popped the engine lid open, then we know that that has finally worked. We've had a problem with the lenses on our 911 headlights, and they've got a stress fracture all the way along. These ones are actually now built differently, because these ones had like is it like a moulding hole in them? You see that?
I think that's a good one.
That's got like a little moulding hole down there, and I don't know if we can kind of quite see.
This is the bad one.
Is that the bad one?
That's the one.
That's
the one you want.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we might be able to pick that perhaps up in the light. There's a lot of stress fractures in that. I can't quite see if it's picking it up, but they definitely are there, and they appeared like 2 weeks after the lenses actually being on the car. But these have then been manufactured slightly differently by the 911 headlight guys. They don't have the hole down the bottom, which is actually really good, and they don't have the stress fractures, which is also very nice. Actually, it's not a hole, it's just a casting mark, but it just doesn't look good, and I think their manufacturers, they had that, excuse me, and then these ones now don't, because they've been manufactured slightly differently. Normally happens when we turn up. I put this on and then it broke, and the clip became all, well,
Two pieces,
because this pin here had actually snapped, and then therefore I put it on and you couldn't get it off. So that pin is now replaced on there. I didn't realise they were so easy to pull out.
I just welded it.
You just welded it in, did you?
Yeah.
Well, it's never going to come out.
It's not coming out now.
That's not coming out. That is permanently fixed. Big change happening here. I've got an RWB bag. What has that got in it? That has got
That
a
is it.
CAE shifter. Historically, that would be found
In a race car.
in a race car or my RWB, and it is not in there anymore. That thing has genuinely been the pain of my existence. Probably shouldn't say too much bad about it, because I'm actually going to try and sell it on the internet. So if you see it being sold, it is me. But that has not mated with my gearbox very well.
If you have
all.
a G50,
Brilliant.
This is for you to buy.
Yes. Yeah, it's just not.
A 901's just not designed for this sort of leverage.
And we've had a change. We have changed to a long handle WEVO shifter. Now, I actually took that shifter apart, which is probably the first.
And you did a very good job, Scott, I will say. I only had to do a slight adjustment on the
Slight
pin.
adjustment. And I painted it matte black at the bottom. And there we go. We've got a new shifter. It isn't as
Doesn't look as fancy.
No, it doesn't. So
But it
I'm probably
works.
going to have to bejazzle it at some point, potentially, because it's just taken a lot to pull that CAE out, because it looks so good. But when we tried to fix it here the last time,
The second time.
and then it broke instantly after we'd adjusted it again, and I lost gears again for another 10 minutes until we finally wiggled it in. I literally went home, ordered that straight away.
Best thing you did.
Best thing I did. So this is going to be the first drive with the WEVO shifter. Now we've just got home and we need to talk about two things. Now, we haven't tested that deck lid, and we've pulled everything out of the boxes. Now, garage is kind of coming together, kind of got some shelves in. Our Bulldog up on the shelf, but things are kind of coming together. There is our fenders from the RWB, and that's the spare tyre that Pete has lent us. But we haven't tested this, so has it come loose? I'm afraid to touch it. It looks like it's all lined up okay, and it isn't loose. I thought it had made some noises like it was loose. That is now officially fixed. Now that airbox, we couldn't really tell if it made too much difference to the sound of the car on the way home, because we've just been driving in a load of traffic, so we've not really been able to give it a bit of a rev and see how it goes. But that's going to be interesting. That might get a little review all of its own. It does now make me want to tidy up all this side of the car, because all the wires and all the lines look a little bit untidy. Might have to do some investigating online to see what people have done on that. But it definitely does make the engine bay look a million times better. Now let's talk about the WEVO for a minute, because that CAE shifter was almost like trying to push a spoon through concrete, and it was notchy and hit lumps all the way. It was genuinely an unpleasant experience. However, that WEVO is like knife through butter. It is so smooth, and in traffic it is excellent. So we've got home, we've unloaded everything into the garage. There it all is, and we are ready to probably go off and find a beer. Only a quick short one today with an update on the RWB. Hope you've enjoyed the video, some of the small modifications that we've had done on the car. Please drop the video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and we are out in our RWB again.